You could just say penis.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Crossroads, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. Note to self, cut the video a little later on YouTube than normal. This is week number 2.
Make sure you cut that.
Week number 2, yeah.
So
lo and behold, we managed to all get together again the very next week to do this. That is, in the last couple of years, that is a new record. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Well, it was fun, guys. I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Peace out.
Bastard.
So, when we last left off, you had a gnome a dwarf instead of a gnome. Let me see. What exactly we leave off with? Finias and Fleur had gone to turn in the maroon marmoset. And Svetlana and Maevis had taken the dwarf back to the inn and laid him out because he'd gotten pretty roughed up. He's still not feeling that great this morning, so he's opted to stay in bed.
A dwarf that can't hold his liquor. That's embarrassing. It's freaking embarrassing.
Can't handle a monk beating him senseless.
I think it was a kick to the head.
It was probably the second kick to the head that really did it. You know, first one raised the knot, the second one pushed it back in, and that was too much. I mean, we're dealing with a dwarf, so there was limited brain space in the first place. Now he needs some resting time.
If he could hear you right now,
he wouldn't understand.
Your friend Foedrin will show up today, but you don't know that. What you do know, the morning came, went about your business as usual. Svetlana handling her job over at the tavern, getting things ready for the the evening crowd. Finias handled his profession. I say with distaste. What? No,
what did I do? No, what did it? Huh?
Just went around selling some more of your miracle remedies, I'm sure.
No, Finias was going to get lucky last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Still on your remedies?
Not that kind of lucky.
He swiped all of the reward money and no one knows.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, now I know because he told me. See, you ruined it.
That's right. And Fleur had gone back to mind the temple. You went last night looking for Giles, but he had apparently already been cut loose. The temple district was very active last night.
Okay.
There were members of a certain faith that were pouring out of a church, wielding various sorts of weaponry and heading off into the forest to hunt. The weaponry and scabbards is all they were wearing.
No. So it's the hunt. Many blessings to you all. To all a good night. She goes into the church and calls it a night.
Members of Elistray's faith tend to go hunting in the nude on certain cycles of the moon. Just to reference for everybody. And that's what's been going to be going on for the next couple of days. So you didn't ever find Giles. You're not sure where he went off to.
I'll go check the depository to see if his body was dropped off.
Yeah, nothing there. The morning comes. You are awakened rather early. The members of Elistray's faith come back in, pulling a small cart. And what they deposit are 2 severely burnt corpses at your doorstep. And they let you know that they found them in the woods north of town. There was a small wagon that was with them, but no remains of that to tell what they were or who they were.
How odd. Write down, she writes down in the obituary. Names unknown, wanted to be cremated.
That was pretty much done for them. You've seen work like this before. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've always thought all of that. But like, okay.
So you do have that tidbit of information. So we're going to start there in the morning with one more thing. Finias, what did you do with your well-earned money?
I kept it. I don't pay for that stuff.
I thought you were going to go say, get lucky. I'm not sure whether you meant gambling or you were going to spend some of it. I wasn't really sure.
I don't spend money on that. Have you seen my charisma score?
Well, fair.
No, Finias said he went to the guards during shift change and found somebody to hang out with that night.
Gotcha. Okay. Hmm? Okay.
Needless to say, Finias did not go home last night.
Gotcha. Just making a note. All right. Svetlana, there's going to be a couple of people coming in over the course of the workday. You're hearing some interesting news from them. They're talking about a serious increase in goblin activity south of town. You seem to be muted. Yeah, no, nothing coming out. Still nothing. I don't know.
Do you have a muty thing on your cord?
No,
There we go.
No,
There you go.
there you are. You found it, whatever it was.
I unmuted and muted in Zoom, so.
Okay. Something went weird.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Sorry.
no, that just passing rumor. There's a lot of goblin activity happening south of town.
Are
Okay.
they tactical goblins?
They haven't mentioned, but they do seem to have one odd thing about them is there's women and children with the war bands, which is not, the goblins usually don't take the younglings along when they're out raiding. So that's kind of odd.
Are they like mass murdering people?
From what they're saying, they are causing a lot of mischief, but nobody's really been attacked outright. They'll try to steal what they can and seem to be on the move further west.
I'll just keep my ear open to the gossip for the day.
Okay. The only other bit of gossip that you hear is one merchant that's coming through mentions that there's a carnival going around to small towns far to the south that was really interesting, but he thinks it might be sinister because it seems every town that he's been at that carnival's been to usually has a couple of people that ran off with it.
Okay.
But the next time he sees the show, they seem to have the same number of performers.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Foedrin. Does that pronounce your name right?
Foedrin?
Foedrin. Thought you were asleep already. I was like, not another narcoleptic one.
No. Foedrin.
Hasn't bored you to tears yet.
No.
All right, Foedrin.
Not
No,
to
I'm
tears.
listening. I'm listening
No
into-
tears. Ah, okay. Okay. So you've been working on a major project recently.
Yes.
A lot of music boxes, which you just finished up today.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plans for the day?
Well, there's nothing like celebrating the finish of a magic box by other than going and having something to drink. So I'm gonna go to the tavern.
All right.
And celebrate.
Okay. Maevis, what are you planning for today?
Well, I'm gonna be out until early morning, and then probably come back and meet up with everyone at the inn when I can.
Do you want to specify what was going on till early morning, or you just out doing the rounds playing? Or would you prefer to keep that a secret for now?
No, it's fine for now.
Okay. Maevis is probably an assassin or something. Nobody really knows. Right, Maevis?
You can't tell us that.
Nobody knows.
Oh, okay. I don't know either, so it's okay. I'm just guessing.
Whether I'm an assassin or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's entirely possible. You don't have to actually be ranked up as an assassin to kill people for money. What do you know?
Would you stop telling everybody my secrets?
So let's pick it back up then with everybody coming back together the afternoon after their business is complete in the tavern. I know Foedrin's going to get there. Well, I can't say he's going to get there first since Svetlana started there, so Foedrin's going to get there second.
When they start filing in, is there anyone else in the tavern?
It's still too early for James and Harold or Vamron to show up yet. The only other person in the tavern with you is Laura. Note, I said Laura this time. I didn't say Lars. I'm starting to get in tune with my own world here. So
What happened to Lars?
well, he's been dead for a long time.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So what happens when 120 some years pass?
Not
It's
a
been
human.
120 something years.
More
Say
horrible
you
is
didn't
you
hear
killed him.
They say that Grandmaster Ardle killed him.
He wouldn't do that. That doesn't sound like it.
A lot of shit's happened, dude.
Yeah. The underworld is pretty much run by this Lord Fumblefeet,
I doubt that too.
geriatric old halfling in a wheelchair.
That would never happen.
Nickname is Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just making shit up.
Had to change his name to Ardo Fumble Wheels.
That's literally what we're doing.
You're
That's
fired.
kind of the goal of the game.
You're
Oh. All right. Foedrin gets there. Maevis, you'd probably head in there pretty quick, I'm guessing.
In where?
Into the tavern. That's where you make your money, right? Well, your publicly declared money.
Yes.
That just makes her sound even worse. Or publicly declared money.
Maevis,
Yeah, I don't know what you're insinuating, but I don't like it.
I'm putting a note here. Dark Assassin Bard. Okay.
I think you're ruining the character.
No, I'm adding to the character.
It feels that way. Like you're ruining it.
Fleur's shift at the temple would be over with.
She would actually go and see if she can get any more information on the charred corpses.
Before she headed to the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. Finias,
What time of day is it?
we can go through your whole day if you had plans for that day.
No, I was
I'm
just going to
basically
ask him because
bringing
I'm probably sleeping in.
You're sleeping in?
Yeah.
I'm going for early afternoon, about 3 o'clock.
That's about what time he gets up.
Okay. So you'd probably be arriving before Fleur. And Fleur would come in last. Where would you be going to get information on these corpses? Into the northern woods?
No. If they were turned around and dropped off by...
I might
The
have
Illustrites.
Yes.
swung by the Temple District because I would have been curious about what's his face too.
Okay. We can work that in perfectly.
So
So Finias, you'll actually encounter Fleur as she's coming out then.
Oh, hey, Finias.
Hey, Fleur. How was your night?
Well, I came back to the temple. Went looking for Giles when we left the precinct. See if we can get him untied. Made sure he didn't need any kind of assistance. You know, broken ribs or anything of that aside.
Yeah, how was he?
Yeah, I never found him. He was already apparently cut down.
Cut down.
No, as in someone had cut him down from the light post.
Oh,
So,
Careful how
Sorry.
you apply
Sorry.
that terminology.
It just sounded like he was
Man,
murdered.
like,
I
do we
can
know
tell
if he's okay?
he never showed up at the temple today.
Cut down in the prime of his life.
Well, I mean, if he didn't
Receiving
show up,
final blessing, so
temple,
I would
then-
assume that he's good.
does everybody come here for final blessings? Like, what if they
Yes.
don't believe in your deity?
Well, there was 2 poor souls today that got charred. I'm still investigating it. They were dropped off very early in the morning from members of Elistray. They the bodies were severely here. I mean, if you want to, since you got a couple, you know a lot. Do you want to come see this real quick? Because I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss.
Well, yes, I do want to come see 2 charred corpses. Thank you for asking.
Cool. Let's go. No, so they were brought in apparently from the northern woods.
Yes, I do.
Charred. That's about all the information I have recovered so far, since they've learned.
Okay.
So I'm actually on the way to the Temple of Elistray to see if I can get any more information, maybe from people that found them last night. Just make sure that there was nothing else amiss outside of the normal monthly hunt.
Well, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Sragg, but I'm pretty sure that the members of the hunt don't usually die. Especially not, they're not immolated.
Correct.
So I just don't know if they might have did that to someone. You know what? Thinking about this, that might not be a great question to ask this time of this particular moon.
Well, show me the corpses.
Sure, we'll go back to the temple. I'll show them the charred, severely charred world.
Sragg, I'm going to study the corpses for reasons.
Okay. All right. So you head back up to the temple. The priest is there that relieved you, Fleur. His name's Narvi Coldstone. He's a dwarven priest of the death god. He's got really bad eyesight. He's can't really see you unless you're right up in front of him. He sees you guys walking up towards the temple. He just kind of looks up. Hey, are y'all here to see a dead body?
How'd you know?
Oh,
Don't get him started.
well, I was just trying to be funny. Well, who are you looking for?
I'm showing him real quick the 2 bodies that came in this morning, the ones that were severely charred. See if he might know of anything that's from the surrounding area, since he travels around a lot. Maybe
Oh,
he might-
Fleur. I thought you were off for the evening.
Oh, I'm still trying to work on this case. I really want to know what exactly is going on with these 2 charred bodies.
See, squinting really hard to see both of you. And who's your friend?
You said, is he like blinded, or is it from blinded from old?
Practically blind.
Okay.
That's from old age.
I'm his assistant.
Her assistant.
Fleur's a
assistant.
him?
No.
I'm her
The
assistant.
way you're always swinging that sword. Oh, her. Oh, okay. I
My
must have-
apologies.
I hear things at this age. No problem.
So
I walk past him like in to find where I think the bodies would be. Like don't even wait for Fleur.
don't go in that room. That's the final blessing room.
What, this room?
So the two of you all walk in, and he's so it's nice to meet you, and holds his hand out as you're already 5 feet behind him.
You say he's impatient. Come on. We'll get you back in the temple. Come on. And I'll corral him back into the temple.
Oh, thank you, Fleur. Blessings upon you.
Well, blessings upon you as well.
Oh, soon enough. He lets you guide him back in and sits down as you go with Finias towards the back of the temple where the bodies are kept.
You said he was Did you say he was elderly or just old?
Elderly.
He say by initial look, and he's not like he's gonna fall over dead on me now, is he?
He should have already.
My definition isn't elderly old.
That's what I was worried. I was like, is there a difference?
I want to ask.
Yes.
Apparently, there is now a distinct. You go from old to elderly.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Good to know. Oh, don't worry.
He's actually gone past the elderly state. He's now at the state that we're going to call pre-dead.
Don't worry. You're just old. You're not elderly. Or did I get that mixed up?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I'm not dead yet. Oh, you will be.
So,
We're just blessed.
So you're showing me the bodies?
I'm a little concerned for him.
Well, yes, they're right in here.
Fleur leads you back to the back where they're laid out on slabs. You can't tell male, female, what race even at this point. You're going to guess they were humanoid, but they are charred very badly. It's just blackened skeletons basically at this point with a little bit of crispy stuff on them.
I study the appearance closely.
Okay. What's your goal? What are you trying to find out?
Memorizing it for use later.
Memorizing the appearance. Okay. Yeah, you commit that to memory.
Sragg.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go.
I was just going to ask, during the day, from obviously working with these, have I noticed anything different besides what you have turned around and stated so far?
No.
Any differences between person dying in a fire versus supernatural fire, magical fire?
Oh, yeah. You recognize the work here.
Okay. What is the work?
You haven't seen bodies charred like this unless they were trapped under a burning building, or this was done deliberately by a certain group.
Oh.
Now you remember. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I was like, you remember? It's like, yeah, I know. Huh?
So, yeah. So, what did you figure out, Finias? Because the only thing I'm really looking on this right now is it's looking like it's the work of the Scorched Earth Band.
The Scorched Earth Band.
Yes.
What do I know about that?
You've never heard that name mentioned, actually. It's kind of a hush-hush thing.
Okay. Interesting. Scorched Earth Band. Never heard of them. But if you look really closely right here, and I'm waiting till till Fleur like bends over and takes her eyes off me.
Uh-huh.
And do you take your eyes off me? Like looking at the corpses?
No, I'm still looking at the corpses.
Okay, so you're not watching me?
Yeah, so
I make myself look like one of the corpses.
okay.
And then I wait for Fleur to notice.
1, 2, 3.
Why didn't you save me?
1, 2, and 3.
Nothing? Seriously, Fleur? Nothing?
Well, I guess Finias must have noticed that this third body's coming here. I guess I gotta get back to work.
The body's standing up.
Waving at you.
Okay. I didn't know if you said on the ground.
Uh-uh.
No.
Why didn't you save me, though, the corpse says to you.
Hey.
I did save you. I gave you my blessing.
Wow. Nerves of steel on that paladin.
I drop it and I'm like, you're seriously no fun at all. Seriously.
This is not a time for laughing. 2 people are dead and the scorched earth band is about.
Yeah.
So, might be a time for...
What is it a time for?
It's time for lunch. Bubble guppies. Sorry. Hard to
Okay.
resist that. It's hard to resist that one.
Say,
I got
Well,
it. I got it.
wants to hear this information. So, want to head to the tavern? I need to explain this to Lana that they have been found again.
Sure. I got nothing better to do today.
While the 2 of y'all were off doing that.
Can I ask some questions?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to know, was the tavern locked?
No.
Okay. Was the tavern locked overnight?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
What time does the tavern open at?
Well, generally, Svetlana comes in to start putting stuff together around 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
Laura stays there all night, but she does sleep.
Right.
Was she your target? Is she dead? Do I need to know this?
No, I just wanted to know if anyone was there on my return
When you got back at what time again?
in the morning.
In the morning? Yeah, Laura was there and your dwarven friend was there, but they were both in bed at that point. So
Okay, good.
the poison was placed successfully. All right.
Yes.
So your questions are answered, I assume?
Yeah, you answered them all.
Oh, great. Now I've got some, but I guess it'll be later.
Thanks, Ryan.
So, wow. So Svetlana, you're been working in the tavern. Like I said, there's a couple people have come and gone. Usually they'll just stop in, grab something, some provisions of some kind, drink, head on out. Things get a little more interesting when Foedrin walks into the tavern. Several people that were sitting around his favorite table see him walk in, get up, and leave.
I didn't know I was that type of guy.
Wait, these people walked in, see him, and leave, or he was?
They were sitting down to drink at that table. They see him walk in, they take the bottles and leave.
Completely like leave the tavern? Or just like-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
What the hell?
Is it normal to see that?
Foedrin carries as much respect as your dwarven friend when it comes to being a bit of a fighter. Now, seeing something like that with a number of people that you didn't recognize before, that's not too common.
What was the race of the people who got up and left?
Halflings.
Okay. And he goes and sits down. Was it at the table they were sitting at?
What do you do, Foedrin, when you see that?
I was like, I guess they didn't want to sit with me. But that's all thinking in my head.
Uh-huh.
I just go ahead and sit down.
That's your table?
Like, I guess. Yeah.
All right.
Then I will walk up to Foedrin, and the first thing I'm going to do is sniff very deeply. Go, does he stink?
No. You smell the machine oil from his work, but other than that, no scent of blood or any other biological. No.
Or poison?
No.
There's no smell of poison.
Foedrin's
Right?
well bathed in
Not detect the poison.
Okay, good.
Your odor did not scare them away, so what did you do to them?
I don't know.
Why you make customers leave?
I didn't make them leave. They left on their own.
You lost your sound again.
That did not happen until they saw you.
Well, I'm just here to get a drink and something to eat.
You will tip well because I lost their tips because you clocked in.
Well, we'll see about that. I don't know. Depends on the service.
Service is what it is. What do you want?
I want some honey mead wine and a leg of pork.
You'll get what I bring you. I'll be back. She turns and walks away.
There goes your tip.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, okay. You notice that you don't see your dwarven companion in the tavern, and he normally would be here by this hour. Maevis is up playing on the stage. Svetlana's obviously just taking your order.
Just late afternoon?
Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Are you not out yet? I can totally recap that right quick. I'm not sure.
No, I
when
think that's enough time. I think that's enough time to sleep.
Okay. I was just trying to check. If I ever mess up one of the timelines for one of your kill missions, let me know. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, you're up on the stage playing. Svetlana's serving. Laura's behind the bar, looking at the book. And
The book.
the book.
Throw it away.
You're going to take her ledger.
Oh, that book.
Okay, you're carrying the PTSD over 2 campaigns now. 3, actually. You have not yet seen a dangerous book. You've heard tale of many a dangerous book in your past. But none that have been seen for years. Not since the spell plague, thankfully.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Good for something.
Yeah, it was. It may actually be a way to dispose of terrible evil books, since magic stopped working the way it used to. So that being said, Svetlana, what do you bring your companion here? He gets nothing. 'Cause that's what I'm getting.
What is that
I'm
service?
getting so agitated with this. He appears to get exactly what he ordered.
He
Well, thank
appears to get exactly what he ordered. So they're in cahoots. All right.
I dropped 3 gold coins on the table for her.
Holy
Thank you.
moly.
This make up for it. Thank you very much. She takes coins and makes sure that his cup stays full.
Okay. Well, partway into your meal, Foedrin, you'll see Finias and Fleur. I saw your message earlier.
Sorry.
Return to
It does to me.
They enter the tavern for the evening, I'm guessing.
Who's-
What do y'all do when you get there? Laura has disappeared back behind into the kitchen, leaving y'all being the only people in the tavern at the moment.
Fleur goes directly up to Lana and catches her attention.
Not even gonna try to say Svet this time, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, she's on good terms with her, so her name is Lana to her.
No, I already said that was fine.
Okay.
She just comes up to him, goes to the bar, and she goes, "I found them. I found the scorched earth band."
She'll look intrigued when Fleur says that. How can you be certain?
2 bodies showed up at the temple today, early in the morning, with their bodies were deeply scorched, and held all the signs of the normal workings of
It's pretty deep.
them.
If I hear him talking about this, I'll come up behind and be like, "They look like this."
Okay, so Svetlana, you see when he morphs into that
You actually do that?
Yeah.
flashbacks from your past. Looks exactly like some of the bodies you've seen before. What do you do with that?
Well, honestly, I'm sorry. But I do. So she walks around, she's got the little tray in her hand and everything. That's kind of how I see it. She walks around with the tray, bringing the food.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably still have that tray because she's been bringing Foedrin his food. So how close is Finias in proximity to Svetlana at that point when he does that?
So
Finias?
you're I won't say Fox. Fleur is talking to Lana.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like behind him, like just behind and off to one side a little bit.
Okay, so
would Finias be within arms?
if he's behind and off to the side, no, there's about a 5-foot distance between the two of you.
Oh, that's still funny.
Okay.
So, as soon as he just goes, they look like this, and he turns into the
Corpse.
charred, crazy corpses. She's gonna scream and take her big tray and slap it across the head of this creature that's now inside her bar, and start screaming, "Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!"
So on the stage, what happens? You see Fleur and Svetlana talking, and Finias walks up and suddenly turns into a charred undead of some kind.
What the hell?
And then Lana just starts beating it senseless.
Yelling, "Kill it." This is going to all kind of be happening at the same time, so I'm just getting everybody's actions.
When that happened, like after
Stop
probably
playing and stand up.
after probably the second or third, because she's like, "Kill it, kill it, kill it," I'd probably like try to like take the tray, and she goes, "It's Finias, just stop."
All right, so that's you. You'd stop playing and stand up.
Yeah, like getting ready to help
Fight?
Lana. Yeah.
All right, and meanwhile, the brawling gnome. Suddenly, there's a monster in the tavern. Svetlana and Fleur were talking, and Finias said something. They looked like this, and turned into a charred corpse. And Svetlana attacked the charred corpse. What would your action be?
Well, I'm sitting there, and then I just look, and then I'm like, and then I take another bite.
Roll.
Now we know why those people left. Say what?
It's a DC investigation whether to disbelieve it.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
make your investigation checks.
Where's
Should we all do
Mhm.
that, I guess, because we're looking?
It's a
Yeah.
DC 14.
Okay.
Since I've already seen it done.
You probably have it. No, you wouldn't. You'd know. Yeah.
Regardless, I would.
And I was literally standing there, and you saw it happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stand up and I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether I had believed it or not, she probably would have done that just for the pure flashback of the horribleness of what happened to her. So she's just wanting this dead.
Okay. So, what did you roll though?
Oh, did I? Oh, it's on self. Never mind. Hang on. Put that back.
You could roll with disadvantage if you really.
Oh, natural
No,
one.
Yeah.
She believes it.
That couldn't be more perfect.
Mhm. So Svetlana starts beating Finias to death.
AC's
I don't know
13.
if she's-
Roll attack with your improvised weapon.
Okay, I don't know how I do that.
Wait a minute, was she attacked?
D20 plus
Did she
strength.
run away?
No proficiency bonus unless you're proficient with serving trays.
She might be.
She might be.
How do I?
Well, wouldn't it be a simple weapon?
You just roll a d20, basically.
Plus your strength.
-1. A d20 -1.
Oh, definitely not a combat or cleric then.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh,
But today, she made an exception.
This is perfect.
She was so struck by the PTSD.
Kill it with the
The
fire!
streak overcame her, and she could beat this down.
So go ahead and roll the d6 -1.
Jesus
I'm so
Christ.
sorry.
No.
Is it a _2 or what for the crit?
It's max damage for one of them. An improvised weapon is a D4, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
It might be. Okay. So a d4.
Roll one. D4.
A 1d4 -1.
-1.
Plus 4.
What?
A crit max.
It's a crit.
max.
You
So
get max It's max damage on first dice, and you
Yeah.
roll an extra dice.
So 4. So yeah. So it's going to be a d20 minus.
No,
One
D20.
plus
Thank
4.
you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Slash roll D4 plus 4 plus it's your strength mod, so -1.
Okay. So yeah. So a d4 plus 3. Then.
That makes
right,
sense.
right after I finish this character portrait.
Jesus, you have no in between on this stuff, do
No, I
you?
really don't.
Ow!
So
What is wrong with you, woman?
the undead says
In Finias's voice.
in Finias's voice. So
Really, Fleur?
Svetlana gets a surprise attack.
I get 2 more before I step in to stop it.
Roll your initiative.
Roll initiative.
Yep. That was a surprise round.
It says I can't because I don't have my token.
Oh, I'll have to give you tokens.
You can just roll a D20 plus whatever your initiative is.
Okay.
There. Let's put some tokens down there so y'all can beat people up.
So.
21.
Oh, D20.
I took 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice.
Yeah. She's vicious today.
I'm gonna have to give you a crooked nose on your character portrait now.
Big goose egg on the back of my head.
Hey, at least now, who is it? Thargeth isn't the only one that can complain about all the bumps on his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Svetlana, 13. Finias, 21. So that might save Finias. I've got those 2. Anyone else?
Sure, I'll join in.
Yeah, I didn't think it was him, right? 'Cause I
Right.
saw-
No. As far as y'all know right now, that's a undead that's attacking Svetlana.
Even me with my
Yep.
what was it? A 9?
Yeah, you with your 9 is definitely a fail.
Thanks. Anyway,
Oh,
okay.
you failed.
Maevis is a 19.
Big time.
Yeah,
I just
she is.
realized that I got a crit fail, a crit roll, a crit hit, and then a crit fail again
That's what I was saying. There's
Right.
no in
in
between.
a row.
Which means that your next one's going to be awesome. In theory.
In theory.
We
You gonna-
tied. So
Where's your initiative, Foedrin?
I'm not attacking him.
You're involved in this. You have to. I have to
I
know what
don't-
order you get to do anything.
Oh, okay. Where is my initiative?
Roll your initiative so you cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's it at? There it
Literally,
is.
if you don't do anything, I can just put you at a 0.
What?
D20
How come it's not working?
because there's no tokens.
Because there's no token. You
D-
got to click your token if
Yeah.
that's there now.
Or
There's
just
no
roll
talking.
a D20
It's-
plus your dex.
At the bottom of the map is tokens.
Just roll 1d20 plus 1.
Yeah,
I
see,
get
so
it.
that-
Wow,
that's
you're a fast one.
kind of. All right,
Started.
I hit the button. It does that. So yeah, this happens. So Finias, you're up first.
I drop the disguise and I'm like, ow, 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 it's me. Stop it, stop it,
Combat's over.
stop it. Jeez. What
Good
is
call.
with you people?
Why on earth do you do that?
Why not? It's very easy to describe things when you can just look like them.
For a moron, maybe? I don't need to be moron describing the things. I could be very well described who she was going to describe them.
But you know, they say
Can't you turn into you know what I
a picture's worth a
don't
thousand
say for
words.
What happened to you now? You deserve what you got.
It's all
So-
fun and games
Somebody
unless you pay for it. Thank you, that was funny.
All right, so that happened.
I'll turn and look at Fleur. And
Oh, she did that with a bar tray.
that's what they look like.
That's what they came in looking like. When it happened north of town.
And where did you see the bodies?
I didn't see the bodies. The bodies were brought to me.
Where are
From
they?
members of Elistray. They're at the temple.
Close when she says that. Are you certain then that there's nothing wrong with Finias? He was.
I can hear you.
Finias is fine. You
What?
should imagine how it was for me. I turned around and it was like 1 body, 2 bodies, 3. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And then
When-
Finias started talking to me.
When did this happen?
He literally did nothing. I turned into this and he just stood there and counted.
When did this happen?
It happened early this morning is when the bodies were brought to the temple.
Shrek,
By
did I
members?
see anything last night?
Elistray.
While you were killing people? When? No, the 2 people that you set ablaze in the northern woods. You didn't see anything interesting out there besides the members of Elistray out on their hunt.
Okay.
What?
So these aren't the people I burned then.
No, you
Okay.
don't think so.
These are different people.
Yeah, you left those people in the northern woods.
Yeah. This doesn't look like them at all.
No.
All right.
Only 2 bodies though. 2 bodies.
Only
not-
2. The only thing else I was told was a cart that was burnt and destroyed. But no remains were left. There
I
was
thought
no
that they
possessions or
focused
anything.
on village.
They also hit roaming caravans or traders. That's why I was initially thinking them because they stole, it looks like they stole all the assets off of them and then burnt them.
What was this group called again?
The Scorched Earth Band.
Am I the only one that thinks that sounds like some like child's club?
Sounds like a rock band. Bunch of bards.
That was my rock band name.
Well, I know them. They sing a lot of heavy metal.
Aren't they a traveling
to-
bard group?
To remind you when he's asking about that, Fleur, no one knows what they call themselves. That's what they were nicknamed by the guards.
You know the band of robbers that come through about every, well, it's undeterminate years, but they always go about reaving the whole area. Turn around burning villages, killing traders, and then disappearing again?
Yeah, the scorched earth man. You just said that.
Yes, them.
So is this normal that they come around this time? They don't come. Are we due? Is this early? Is this late?
It is quite unknown.
You're,
We don't know. They always turn they
Who's
never
we?
have a pattern. The army of Silvery Moon
Gotcha.
has been after them and is still after them.
This is a Silvery Moon problem?
Everyone
Happened
problem.
north of town, so I would say it's our problem.
How far away?
I wasn't told. Was I told, Sragg?
you weren't told.
I was not told.
Well, what good is that?
Good question.
Would we like to go investigate? I'm sure we can find the area.
Wait till they invade this city and do the same thing here.
Have you notified the church?
Or maybe the guard.
Well, who knows?
That's where I was on the way to, Finias, when you found me.
Didn't you just say earlier that they came from the Temple District? Isn't that where you guys were?
Yes.
Well, I guess the guards would have dropped them off, right?
Mm-mm.
No, who dropped them off?
The Elistray worshippers.
Oh. What do you think? Do you think the worshippers would have told the guard?
They didn't say.
I'm asking Fleur.
I was not informed on it. I was actually on my way to the guards when I saw you.
But we're here now.
So the church already knows then. That's
With that
information
said-
that would have been useful.
With that said, since Lana no one knows, I'm heading to the guards. I'll be back. She leaves.
I'm gonna go watch this.
What, are you heading to the barracks then?
Yes.
You're going to tell the town guard. Okay.
There's other guards.
All right. There's the town guard, which manages things on the inside of the city walls, and then the actual army manages things outside and manning of the walls themselves. But that's public knowledge. You would all know that.
Yeah. So, with that said, I would go inform the rightful people that I need to inform.
Which is
The army.
okay. Thank you. Just making sure. I want to know where you're going.
Well, wouldn't the guards want to know too?
You would think.
I would say if I notice we're not going towards the guards.
Outside town first, then inside.
Okay. You're the expert in these things.
Okay. With that, you're going to be trying to find a dwarf by the name of Dalrak Ironroot. That's the general here, or at least one of his underlings. So you want to find someone, and
Don't
I
make
need to-
them mad.
yeah, don't. That's a good point. Where did the armies? They're based out of the castle, aren't they?
The army's on the never eat shredded west side.
They're on the west side. Okay. See, I need to know where they're at too.
They're across the river on the west side.
Okay, so across the river on the west side, you'll find the armies.
There's a stone path that's cleared through the mountain towards the castle now.
As we leave, I'm like to the others. Do you want anything while we're out?
It's also where the embassies are located. That's what's on that quarter.
Okay. Foreign quarter.
Foreign quarter and soldiers.
And there's also an embassy there to Silvery Moon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Who'd you ask if they wanted anything while you were out?
Whoever was in the bar.
All right, you call out that you want anything while we're out.
Foedrin, you
Laura's
good?
going to pop her head back in from the back.
Custom.
Yes, pick up a couple of rabbits.
Rabbits? Okay.
Rabbits, I'm going to make a stew.
2?
Just Svetlana, go with them if you would. Bring back about 20 of them.
That's a big stew.
We go on rabbit hunting.
Good. So we have no disagreements since you have nothing to say. It's muted.
There you go.
There it is. I don't know what's up. Good? We good? Okay.
I'm gonna go get my gear. She goes to the back and goes and gets her stuff.
Rabbit getting serious business.
And she looks across the bar. Foedrin, stop you sleeping. You go help him carry some stuff. Use those muscles.
Who's that?
I make
Giving me orders?
prestidigitate sparks and sounds around his head.
Yeah. Okay, so there's barking around his head?
Sparks and
Sparks.
Yeah.
Flashing lights.
Come on.
Hmm?
It's the middle of the day. Let's go.
Damn narcoleptic gnome.
I've been up all night.
That's your problem. Let's get. Come on.
What
Where
were
are we
you doing
going?
last night, you pervert?
Where are we going?
We're going rabbit hunting.
I don't need any rabbits. What am I
Fine.
doing?
Stay here.
I'm just eating this food.
You have fun.
Well, what are y'all going? What are y'all doing?
We're going to tell the guard there's like people getting burnt to death.
Oh, wow.
Where were you for the last 10 minutes?
I've been sitting at this table eating this food while y'all are having a conversation in the corner.
Are you deaf?
I'm not really listening. That's y'all's business. But if you want my help, I'll help.
I don't know.
Do you want my help?
I do not want your help. I don't know if I want it just yet, though.
Oh. Well, if you want my help, I'll help
Get your butt out here.
you. Oh. All right.
Fleur leans over to Finias. I'm not carrying him.
Have you seen him? None of us are carrying him.
Wow. Oh.
You're not looking, but dwarfs are you're gnome though, aren't you? Not dwarf.
Why do you keep confusing my race?
No.
I told you, you little ones look the same.
Hey! I jab him in the knee.
Ow! I whack him on the head with my cane. Not enough to hurt.
Okay. Oh.
They
All right.
don't look it, but they're dense. In more ways than one.
Oh, really?
I'm starting to realize this very quickly.
I'd like to see you put together a music box.
I like to see you get through a meal without falling asleep.
Who are you? And I don't even know you.
Oh my gosh. Let's take a break real quick. And when we come back, we'll the gnome might know who everyone is.
No, I don't. I don't know who any of these people.
Thanks for watching
I know
on
where my-
Twitch. We'll be
I
back
know
in
my dwarf buddy.
Oh my god, go to sleep again. Thanks for watching on Twitch. We'll be back in a few minutes. If you're tuning on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and we'll be back in a bit. And Scott may or may not have survived the break. Bye!
Die!